generated content. That's one meaning of Web 2.0. I mean the other meaning of 2.0, which is software as a service. That more and more of what we do can now be in the net, in the cloud, because of new technologies like AJAX that make it so that when you're communicating with a website, it feels a lot more like the full flexibility of a desktop application. Like Google Maps, when you grasp the map and move it around as if it were on your own machine. Stuff like that. Now, that to me functionally amounts to the tethered appliances I was just talking about. And to understand that, I want to share with you something that a colleague of mine, who's not a techie, suggested as I was telling him now a couple of years ago about the problems I saw coming in our current generative environment. He said, you know, we license our hairdressers in order to get near someone's head and cut their hair or shampoo it. You need a license from the state that shows you're competent and we know where to reach you if something goes horribly awry. If we do that to our hairdressers, why don't we do that to our coders? Before somebody writes software that can run on millions of machines, just have a licensing machine. And I was like, that'd be crazy. But on the other hand, hairdressers? I don't know. And then I realized recently that the regime is already in place. This isn't a public policy to be debated and voted upon, some long-shot, crazy response to the security problem. Think about Google Maps. I know that there's a number of people from Google here today. Great mashup service where you, some third-party nerd that dresses with flowery collars, wants to do something on the net that mashes up the locations of people on a dating service with a Google map with push pins. Right? Am I hot or not is now am I hot or not and near. And Google Maplets. Okay. You start coding it. Here are the terms of service for the Google Maplets. Google may change, suspend, discontinue all or any aspect of the service, including the availability or terminate your use, and you being the nerd that's offering it to your own website. In addition, you can terminate the terms of use at any time for any reason or for no reason, including but not limited to, you can issue any action that reflects poorly on Google or disparages the Google brand. So if you build an entire business on some fascinating mashup of Google Maps, and then you say something bad about Google, no more maps for you. And from Google's point of view, it's like, well, we're the one giving you the maps for free. Take it or leave it. You don't like it, go use somebody else's maps. Same thing going on with the very exciting Facebook platform. This is the ability of nerds who now are no longer writing code to run on Windows, to run on Mac. They're writing code to run on Facebook. That's where the generative energy is right now. This is a contingently generative platform. Here is an example of some of the problems that contingent generativity might address. So it's generative. Third parties can write apps. It was only a matter of time. Right? First, couch surfer kill. The Secret Crush Facebook app is installing malware. Tons of people installed Secret Crush to find out if somebody had Secret Crush on them, but got Zango, a terrible piece of badware, along with it. So just think about that problem. Now look at the Facebook terms of service that echo those of the Google ones. Facebook has the right at any time at sole discretion to terminate the licenses. And at that point, you have to delete anything that you as a developer on the Facebook platform have obtained through the Facebook platform. We reserve the right to start charging a fee for using the platform or any features at any time at our sole discretion. We can calculate it however we want. Your options are to pay the fee or to back slowly away from the platform, disgorging anything you had done with it beforehand. Right? You also represent, warrant, and covenant that the content will not be obscene, defamatory, fraudulent, or otherwise illegal in any jurisdiction. So if you're going to write the Insult the Thai King app, slow down, because you might find that it will be cut off at any time. This is a radio that has the dial, but at any moment that radio can be altered to omit the station that you were just starting to like, or to charge the station for the privilege of using your medium to reach somebody at any time. So, remember this problem about the Secret Crush app? No problem at all. Several days later, Facebook just kills it. That's it. Anybody who has installed Secret Crush can no longer use it. And that's a good thing, because now they're not getting infected. This is a power that Bill Gates could only dream of to be able to reach in to installed PCs running Windows around the world and retroactively kill an app? Or decide one fine Wednesday morning that Quicken, the financial software, has gotten very successful. People are using it. Hey, Quicken, how about $1 per user, you know? Because we reserve the right at any time to charge any fee for reaching people leveraging off of the Microsoft platform. Unimaginable for Microsoft, for operating system vendors. Completely routine for the makers of these new Web 2.0 service platforms. So the Scrabulous application, right? 2 guys in India come up with Scrabble through Facebook. Wildly popular application. 678,000 daily active users. Right? You can only dream of that. They throw together this app. Then Hasbro, the maker of Scrabble, come along and say, whoa, wait a minute. You know, we own the trademark, we have problems with this. And then they tell Facebook. First they contact the guys in India who just tell them to, go fly a kite. Then they go to Facebook and they say, kill the app, or we'll hold you responsible, Facebook. Gets into 11th-hour negotiations. Eventually the deal is cut. But any application is always under that form of stress. They're the 2 guys in India. Who could possibly be against them? Well, evil Hasbro, that, right? And they're asked to pull the app. Anytime you add one of these apps, there are these boxes that, as the user, you have no idea what they really mean. You just add the app. And now people are complaining, you add an application and has access to nearly all your data in Facebook. And these academics ran a study that said only 18% needed any of that data. Most of them, like Scrabulous, don't need to know things like your birthday, but they do. And that's terrible. Facebook, they say, should step in and actually run interference for all the data. Privacy enhancing, but also compelling Facebook to even be more in the middle in a way that the corresponding PC applications never were. So let me just give you a few thoughts on what to do about it on the Web 2.0 front, and then let's open it up to a discussion. I'd like to see us not just insist that websites have privacy policies and then stand by them, maybe even suggesting what the privacy policies should be, but I think there ought to be portability policies, which is to say, if, as a consumer, you'd like to move out of Facebook and go to Schmacebook, you ought to be able to download all of your Xcamp data, not just the photos you submitted, but also the mouse clicks and other data that's been gathered about you, all of your behavior that's in the newsfeed. Grab it and then go to a new platform. And that way, there's a means of consumer motion should a contingently generative platform change its tune after it has achieved some form of success. There might even be ways in which it would be useful and beneficial for platforms like Facebook and Google to cut the tether so that applications can be run off of them, but they're not in a position to kill the application so easily. I'd also like to see non or less contingent APIs so that Google can't pick who they want to use Google Maps mashups. Maybe it'd be better, just like with operating systems, hey, anybody can do it. We don't want to be in the middle there. There's a bunch of stuff about Pure Web 2.0 and the semantic web that I won't go into right now unless people are interested. And I think I have some other ideas on solutions, but I'm going to stop talking right now and see what reactions, comments, questions there may be, either on my claim about this trajectory from sterile to generative and back again into tethered, or on the more traditional categories, which I'm perfectly happy to talk about, of IP, of privacy, and stuff like that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.